$5 billion. That's what Nvidia just bet on Intel's future. And the market is going absolutely insane. What's up, everyone? We just witnessed one of the most shocking partnerships in tech history, and I need to break this down for you because this could literally reshape the entire semiconductor industry. We're talking about Nvidia, the AI king worth over $3 trillion, throwing $5 billion at Intel, a company that was practically left for dead just months ago. Intel stock just exploded 32% in a single day. This is the biggest one-day gain since October 1987. We're talking about a stock that hit decade lows earlier this year, suddenly becoming the hottest thing on Wall Street. But here's what makes this deal absolutely mind-blowing. Nvidia bought in at $23.28 per share. With Intel trading around $32 now, Nvidia just made over $1 billion on paper in one day. But this isn't just about quick profits. This is about something much bigger. Jensen Huang, Nvidia CEO, called this a historic collaboration that tightly couples Nvidia's AI and accelerated computing stack with Intel's CPUs and the vast x86 ecosystem. Translation? They're building the future of computing together. Here's the actual deal. Intel will build x86 central processing units specifically for Nvidia's AI infrastructure platforms. On the PC side, Intel will create system-on-chips using Nvidia's RTX graphics that will power next-generation computers. But let me give you the context that makes this so incredible. 6 months ago, Intel was in crisis mode. Their stock was tanking, their manufacturing was behind, and competitors like TSMC were eating their lunch. Everyone was writing Intel's obituary. Then something amazing happened. The US government stepped in with $8.9 billion for a 10% stake. SoftBank followed with $2 billion. And now Nvidia with $5 billion. Intel went from being abandoned to having 3 of the most powerful backers in the world. The US government's stake alone is now worth $13.4 billion. They've already made $4.5 billion on paper. And if you want to stay ahead of market-moving deals like this that can make or break portfolios, make sure you hit that subscribe button because partnerships like this don't happen every day. The White House is calling this a major milestone for American high-tech manufacturing. And honestly, they're right. This deal represents something huge for American tech independence. Think about it, Nvidia controls AI computing, Intel has the x86 architecture that runs most of the world's computers. Together, they could challenge the dominance of Asian chip manufacturers and bring advanced semiconductor production back to America. But here's where it gets really interesting and why some analysts are skeptical. The big question everyone's asking is, will Nvidia actually manufacture chips at Intel's foundries? Because that's where the real money is. Right now, this deal is about Intel building chips for Nvidia's platforms, not Nvidia trusting Intel to manufacture their cutting-edge AI chips. Wolf Research analyst Chris Casso wrote, "What's unclear is whether this represents token cooperation intended for political purposes, or if it's the start of a wider collaboration. That's the million-dollar question. Is this genuine partnership or just political theater to appease the government that's heavily invested in both companies? Here's what we know for sure. Nvidia needs Intel's x86 ecosystem to expand their AI dominance beyond data centers into mainstream PCs. Intel desperately needs Nvidia's credibility and technology to stay relevant in the AI era. The timing is also perfect. Nvidia is dealing with trade restrictions in China and needs to diversify their supply chain. Intel needs validation that their foundry business can attract top-tier customers. For investors, this changes everything. Intel just went from a value trap to a growth story overnight. The company that everyone thought was finished now has the backing of the AI leader, the US government, and one of the world's biggest investment funds. But there are risks. Intel still has massive execution challenges. Their foundry business is years behind TSMC. And Nvidia could be hedging their bets rather than making a real long-term commitment. The market is betting this is real though. Intel's surge is the biggest since the 1987 stock market crash. Nvidia is up 3%. Showing investors think this strengthens both companies. This deal also signals something bigger about American tech strategy. After years of outsourcing chip manufacturing to Asia, the US is making a serious play to bring production home. Between government investments, private partnerships, and trade restrictions on China, we're seeing a complete reshaping of global semiconductor supply chains. So what do you think? Is this the beginning of Intel's comeback story, or is Nvidia just making a strategic bet that might not pay off? Can American semiconductor manufacturing really compete with Asia again? This is exactly the kind of deal that separates successful investors from everyone else. Those who saw Intel's potential at $20 just made a fortune. Those who dismissed them as finished missed one of the biggest rallies in tech history. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Are you buying Intel at these levels, or is this rally overdone? And if you haven't already, smash that subscribe button, because deals like this are reshaping the entire tech landscape, and you won't want to miss what happens next. This could be just the beginning of the most important partnership in modern tech history.